one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. It's gotta mean something to you. It gotta mean something. Everything you got. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2 3. 1 2 3.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps cause they know what happens next. So without further ado,
Free smoke.
look. Scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver. Pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends. Don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much I have you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers. Been doing this shit for years. I'm motivated by fears. I took the wheel and I steer. My sound not dictated by fuck boys in Atlanta. Stay gifted like this album was ghost written by Santa Bars forever, like they decided to throw me under slammer. Every song's a hit like they picture me underhanders. I could drop 1,000,000 songs, but they never gon' understand us. Soapbox sermons for niggas never giving chances. Fight our whole lives to get these weak ass advances. Work twice as hard for the shit that they getting handed. And this ain't even nothing we chose, nigga, we branded. Still can't tell why all of these niggas mad at me. I'm trying to get 100 so I can put my team on salary. Give it all to the art, man, I turn my life to a gallery. Man, damn, what a fucked up masterpiece. 1,100 shots and I swear, man, I felt them all. If we ain't even good on our blocks, man, who can we call? Pre-decline state of mind, we broke crabs in the barrel. Got us fighting our folk, man, this shit just a life of peril.
When did winning not become the main thing? I always say keep the main thing, where, you know, winning is the only thing that truly matters.
When God is with you, who the fuck cares who is against you? I imagine that's what Aaron Rodgers be thinking. But welcome back to another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Bruh. Yo, we gotta have a discussion real quick, yo. I didn't even know I was gonna start the show off like this, but I'm about to start the show off like this. Yo, I told y'all about this dude who, I guess he a Charger fan. I think his name was Tricky. Bro, you starting to make me think that you retarded, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even like using that word. I actually don't have no problem using that word when it makes sense. Because you kind of starting to make me think you retarded. Bruh. This dude. This dude kind of confusing to me right now, bruh. He mind fucking me, bruh. Because I'm dead ass, bruh. This dude. Bruh. He keep commenting to me that I'm trying to make him. Like I'm trying to be nice to him to get him to like the show or something. I literally responded to this dude, bruh. Whatever you think I'm saying, that's your own insecurity speaking. He thought that was me being nice. Then I also responded like, bruh, if you like the show or don't like the show, I sleep the same. Like I don't lose no sleep with you, bro. I didn't even know who you was until your comment. This dude responded. You keep talking nice to me, trying to make me like this. What? This is what I'm saying, bro. I think this dude either got reading comprehension problems or buddy just retarded, bro. Because what did I say to make you think that I was being nice? This is where I'm starting to realize if you don't yell back at somebody and say a lot of curse words or call them out of their name and stuff like that when they say something that they feel like should start an argument, I guess when you don't respond like that, they take that as you being nice. I don't know, man. That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Confused the fuck out of me. But nonetheless, how is everybody doing today, yo? Aaron Rodgers just got put on like what, the 3-week window or the comeback from this Achilles tear. Man, look at God, bro. I imagine that's how Aaron Rodgers feel right now. If he even believe in that type of thing. He be on that hippy dippy shit, so who knows what he believe in. But I do want to say this. Do I believe Aaron Rodgers should be coming back this early? Abso-fucking-lutely not, bro. I don't even understand why he coming back. The Jets are not making the playoffs, so I don't understand what he's trying to prove. And maybe it's not that he's trying to prove. No, he definitely is trying to prove something to either somebody, him. I don't know, but I don't understand why your money is already guaranteed. I really cannot. Okay, let's talk about it. He already got a guaranteed contract, so he's not losing out on bread. He can come back next year. He cannot come back next year. So it's not a matter of, if he want to retire next year, he can retire. If he want to come back, he can come back. So it's not even an issue of he has no choice in like what he want to do. He Aaron fucking Rodgers. He got a choice. The talent that's on the team this year, probably going to be back next year. Probably going to make improvements in the offseason because they're going to get a high draft pick. I am confused. I'm confused as to why Aaron want to come back this early from this injury. I think they said he got hurt 79 days ago. So like a little under 3 months ago, maybe 3 months. This is my thing. I just don't see no reality in which he don't injure himself even more by trying to come back early, bro. For one, it's like a medical miracle. I ain't never heard of nobody coming back from an Achilles tear this fast. But if he come back, I just have a fear that Klay Thompson tore his shit, was out for a year, came back, tore it again in practice, or tore his ACL in practice. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's no reality in my mind. And I don't even want to think like this, but I cannot think anything other than he's going to hurt himself even more. And Aaron is 40, bro. His birthday just passed, I believe. What are you doing? For one, excuse me. Whatever hippy dippy shit he on, I need that. Because if he really do come back and he don't get re-injured, what the fuck is he putting in he got to be tested. He 40 years old and he came back from this and didn't re-injure nothing. Yeah, that's a medical marvel, bro. His body got to be tested for science. Because that's crazy. But I see no reality in which that happened. And maybe that's just me being negative. I don't want to be negative. Listen, as a fan of football, I don't want to see him come back this year. Because as a fan, I can't even, as a fan, as a human, I don't see a reality in which he don't re-injure himself. Not only that, bro, the Jets are not making the playoffs, bro. I understand the Bills is 6-6. I understand how bad the Patriots are. The Jets are not making the playoffs, bro. It's not even about the other teams in your division. It's other teams in other divisions with better records who will make the playoffs over the Jets. It is no reason for Aaron Rodgers to come back and even risk re-injuring himself. Why not build upon this, strengthen that Achilles, and be ready for next year? Like, unless he just want to retire, unless he just don't see a reality in which he play next year. That's the only reason I could believe he trying to come back this early. Because if he know he playing next year, what is the purpose in trying to come back in a year in which bro, it's not a 0% chance that they don't make the playoffs. But it's damn near a 0% chance that they make the playoffs. It's damn near zero. So I don't understand this. I like Aaron Rodgers. I enjoy watching Aaron Rodgers play. I do not understand the risk. I don't understand this risk v reward situation. Because what is the reward? A Super Bowl? That's the highest of high. Do you know what the Jets would have to do to get to a Super Bowl and win that bit? And I ain't even talking about what they would do in the playoffs. I'm still trying to think of how they making the playoffs, period. So I think this is insanity. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is on. Like I said, if he do this and he don't, his body got to be studied, bro. His brother, they got to study this man's body. Because whatever he did or whatever he on or whatever he taking or whatever, This is crazy. But I just, as a fan, as a human, as somebody who done seen these injuries so many times with other athletes, I don't want to see it, brother. I don't want to see him re-injure himself. And that's the only thing I can see happening if he come back from this early. Now, there's a possibility he don't come back. Like, there's still a reality in which all of this is just noise. And he still end up not playing the rest of the season. But, man, it really feel like he trying to get back out there on the field. And like I said, I'm just trying to figure out why. Because how could not wanting to play next year be like, bruh, Aaron Rodgers is not trying to go out there and re-injure him. Like, I can't figure this out. I can't figure it out. Retire. Why would you not want to play next year? Why would you be so addicted to retiring next year instead of just playing it, since this could basically be, I mean, this not a year of retirement because he do have to do a lot of rehab this year. I don't know, man. I don't get it. If you get it, drop it in the comments, because nothing making sense to me. I do not understand why this man is trying to come back early from this injury when he got next year. And I understand every year it's not guaranteed. Who's to say he don't get hurt next year? But I don't want to think like that. Who's to say the players get better, don't get better? Who knows? But the Jets is currently, and the only thing I would worry about as a Jets fan, maybe the defense take a step back. But if Aaron Rodgers play next year and it's a great offense, the Jets defense is going to be better because now they playing with leads instead of playing from behind all the time. So I just don't have, I cannot fathom a reality. Nothing makes sense to me. Nothing about this makes sense if he come back. Because the Jets ain't making the playoffs. So why? It don't tell me why. I don't understand it. Hey, and I just want to say something to all the people out there who keep talking about, the Ravens didn't look good on Sunday. The Ravens had just put up 30 plus points in their previous 5 games, bruh. This is further proof the media will always find something to bitch about. But let's talk about something else. The Philadelphia Eagles. And I done talked about the Eagles a couple times on the show. I talk about them all the time. But I now realize what I'm looking at from the Philadelphia Eagles and what other people see from the Philadelphia Eagles, completely different. I do not see a team that's barely getting by. I do not see a team that's surviving. I do not see a team that's getting lucky. I see a team that's legitimately going out there on a week-to-week basis, staying calm, cool, and collected, remembering, knowing we are the better team. We will win this game. We just got to continue to do what we do. Everybody on the team embody that. And they go out there and prove it on it. You know what's confusing to me? I watch analysts complain about how Lamar Jackson was always winning with the lead. Now I'm watching people bitch about how Jalen Hurts win coming from behind. It just don't make sense, man. They're going to find a way to bitch and complain regardless. We just got to accept it at this point. But what I look at when I'm watching the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm almost there with the Ravens, it's going to be really interesting to see the Ravens over this next stretch because they got the Jags, they got the Dolphins, they got the 49ers. They got a good stretch of tough teams coming up. The Rams, and I understand the Rams is a team they'd probably be favored against, but the Rams still going to be a good little test. However, the Eagles, when I watch the Eagles, and this is why I have no problem with people who have Jalen Hurts as the MVP of the league right now, because I do believe Jalen Hurts at this very moment is the clutchest player in football right now. But I think the Eagles are the clutchest team in football also. But I also feel like the Eagles is the most well-prepared team in football. They don't panic, bro. I don't think some people realize how important it is that the Eagles do not panic. They don't get out of themselves. They don't start committing a bunch of stupid ass penalties. One of the things that I have a problem with the Chargers, and if somebody want to say something is on Brandon Staley, then I guess you could put this on him, but I just don't like how the players on the Chargers rarely get blamed for anything. You remember in the playoffs last year how I said Joey Bosa picking up those penalties that give a team extra yards? Bruh, your team is not good enough to commit these type of dumbass penalties that can be prevented. And he just kept going to the extreme. And I'm like, bruh, you at some point in time, you have to understand where the game is, who you are as the team. Like, if you're a leader on the team, you cannot keep committing these penalties to hurt your team. You got to understand the momentum in the game at this moment, and you have to understand what this team is. This is not a team that can survive a bunch of dumbass penalties. Look at them play Sunday against the Ravens. A bunch of dumbass penalties. You cannot survive. It was a player on their team who picked up a penalty from just being excessive. Bro, you're not good enough as a team to make these type of errors. These boneheaded errors. I don't care if one team is pissing you off, bro. When you 4-6, now 4-7, you got to conduct yourself in a whole different type of way. And clearly that message is not getting through to the Chargers locker room. Because the same dumbass penalties they committed last year, they committing them same dumbass penalties this year. That is coaching. That's not a problem in Philly. Philly does not beat themselves. You can keep looking at things and, oh, the refs. Philly ain't beating themselves. Philly might make, one of the things that I'm really getting irritated with, and I know I done said this a couple times, how people decide to watch Jalen Hurts. I done seen games where Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow struggle throughout the game, but then they turn it on at the end of the game. And you don't say anything about the struggles as long as they picked up that win. I keep telling you, I don't understand what it is about Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson and sometimes Dak Prescott where they can win games, but they cannot win them ugly. If they win an ugly way, people bitch and complain about it. When in actuality, look at the plays they make down the stretch of these games that you want your top quarterbacks to make. I keep saying it. The difference between Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, it's not a Super Bowl ring of playoffs. Those are team accomplishments. It's getting it done when your team needs you to step up the most. I noticed that for Charger fans, y'all like to just, y'all literally will pull anything out of the air to blame anybody that's not named Justin Herbert. A dude in the comment section under that Justin Herbert video just said that Austin Eckler was washed. That is insane. Now you talking about how bad the offensive line for the Chargers is. Yeah. When you a stan of somebody, everything is bad when things ain't going the right way. At some point in time, the Chargers fans gonna have to stop making excuses left and right, or you can keep making excuses and nothing's gonna change. I mean, point blank period. I don't even care. Like I said at the beginning of that video, if you're a Justin Herbert stan, you might not even acknowledge that you a stan, but when you say things, we definitely can tell if you a stan or not. It was no purpose of you watching that video. Trust me, I'm not fishing for views. I literally told you. You don't have to watch the video because none of the logic that I say is going to be logical to you. Literally, it's going to sound like I'm just saying a bunch of stupid shit. I was looking out for you to start the video. You might have thought I was being facetious or something, like starting to show off like a Lemony Snicket book. I wasn't. I was being dead ass with you. If you are a stan of Justin Herbert, don't watch the show because you was going to get pissed off quick. And why would I want you sitting around pissed off? Life too short for that. I want you enjoying yourself. And if I know this show gonna piss you off, skip it. Skip it. It might be an episode that you like down the line, but I don't want you having a bad day at my expense. No, sir. No, ma'am. Skip it. Fuck it. I'm good without the view. I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm looking out for your mental health, you know? But I feel how I feel, and I'm standing on that hill. That rhymed. But back to the Eagles. When I watch the Eagles, I just see a team, they don't beat themselves. They as professional. You know what they kind of starting to remind me of? You used to hate when the Patriots with Tom Brady found ways to win these ugly games all the time. Oh, they're not really that good. They just getting lucky. And then they find themselves in the Super Bowl getting lucky again, huh? I'm telling you right now, the talent on the Eagles, for one, if you don't score touchdowns on this team and you let them hang around, you're not going to beat them. The offense is too good. Jalen Hurts is too clutch. The offensive line is too great. Brown and Smith are too dynamic, too clutch, too big time. Both of them graduates of Himothy University. DeAndre Swift, a great player. The defense always seem to step up when you need him most. The ageless one, Brandon Graham. The ageless one, Fletcher Cox. Like, this team, well, you could really say the ageless one, Darius Slay at this point. And then we forget that they went out and got Kevin Byard at the before the trade deadline. The more this team play together, the more they come through in these clutch situations, and I'm very interested in the game they play Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers. I haven't checked to see if that was the Sunday night football game, but if that's not the Sunday night football game, then what the fuck are we doing, bro? But I am very intrigued by that game. Anyways, every game that I done seen from the Eagles, to me, and maybe it's, I guess you could, I don't really think I'm being biased. I just think this is how I'm watching the team. They just know how to beat you in a multitude of ways. It's nothing that you can do to them where have you ever seen those karate movies where sensei or master let the student, put him in all type of predicaments and he still show him that I'm just more experienced. I'm going to always beat you. That's the Eagles, bro. Bro, you can tie a hand behind my back. You can blindfold me. You can spit in my face. You can, or like a mist in my face. You can chop off a leg. You can, it don't matter what you do. I'm still going to win this game. We still going to win this game. And it's not necessarily we're going to find a way to win this game. We're going to employ and adapt to what we dealing with and win this game. Because that's what, to me, like I keep saying, last year the Eagles was figuring out, they was showing you that we are here. We have arrived. This year, they could care less what you think. Now they proving to you we established. We are professional. We are more sophisticated. I don't know who beating the Eagles in the NFC. To me, the Eagles look like the best team in the NFL, period. I'm a Raven fan. I do not think the Ravens look better than the Eagles. I think Lamar Jackson is, obviously I would take Lamar over Jalen Hurts, but no, sir. The Eagles are the better team to me. And I understand the Ravens defense. I get it. They got 6 games where they gave up less than 6 points in the first half. Don't care. Now, the Ravens can change my mind over these next stretch of games. Over these next stretch of big games, they can change my mind. Now, I'm going to tell you the ones that's big games in my opinion. The biggest one being that 49ers game. That's the one that I care about the most. The Rams game, it could be big, but Lamar Jackson always seemed to put his foot in the Rams' ass. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out. I don't think the Ravens going to lose that game. The Jaguars game is a big game because the Jags are first in that division. But I don't think the Jags is better than the Ravens. I actually think if the Ravens go out there and do what they're supposed to do, they're going to blow out the Jags. And the Jags' biggest opportunity would be the Ravens struggling on offense, just not showing up like they did against the Chargers. But it won't be because the Chargers is the better team, in my opinion. Like, that's one of them games where, now I don't think that there's no way that the Jags win that game like I did said against the Chargers. But I don't see them winning that game. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback yet that's going to light up this Baltimore defense throughout a game like you need. You need to be able to do something to this Ravens defense, to me, throughout the game. in order to beat them at this point. You can't try to put it all together in one quarter to do it. You got to figure them out before to get to that last quarter. And I don't think the Jags is going to end up doing that. Also, bro, it's that 49ers game for me. The Dolphins game could be big, but Lamar Jackson always put up he always played great against the Dolphins too. So if the defense don't do what they've done against the Dolphins in the past, or last year, where they let the Dolphins come back from that big ass margin, it's just hard for me to see the Dolphins winning that game. Plus, like I said, the Dolphins look like they get worse every week. They lose a little bit of something every week right now. Tua had a rough game on on Black Friday. But that'll tell me a lot about the Ravens over the next couple weeks. But for right now, the Eagles, man. That's why I don't have a problem with people having Jalen Hurts as the MVP. I'm not a fan that people keep trying to turn MVP into it. It's already a quarterback award. Trying to turn this shit into a stat award, that's really going to piss me off. Because stats should not matter, bro. Stats should not. I'm not saying stats should not matter. Watching the game should be far more important than just watching some stats. If you watching Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes play right now, do they got the gaudiest stats in the world? No. But it is very clear how much they are doing for their teams. Pat Mahomes is carrying that offense. Shout out to Isaiah Pacheco. But Pat Mahomes is going out there having to be damn near perfect on a weekly basis. Like, he can't even go out there and beat a Pat Mahomes that he want to beat that make mistakes here or there, because that's just Pat being Pat. He got to go out there and toe the line because he know his offense ain't good enough to go down by multiple deficits if his defense even let that happen because of how great they are. So to me, I don't like this turning this MVP into a stat-based award. If you watch Jalen Hurts, people keep saying, oh, he played bad in the first. Bro, watch the games. Watch the full games and stop watching them from this angle if you already want to be negative every time he turns about. These is NFL games, bro. I thought, like my man Jalen, we got to quote him again. When did the main thing stop becoming the main thing? You know what I'm saying? I thought the main thing was winning. I did too, Mr. Hurts. I did too. Roll Tide. I did too. Clearly, we were wrong. Because they don't give a fuck about winning right now. They care about style points and all that shit like this street football or something. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. But if I had an MVP vote right now, I'd give it to Lamar Jackson. Bro, why would I not give it to the quarterback of my team that's playing? I mean, come on now. It'd be different if he wasn't playing good. My man balling. I'd definitely give it to Lamar. But if I had to be unbiased, if you said to me, Saint, here's an MVP vote, you cannot give it to Lamar Jackson. Not give it to somebody else. If you told me that, I'll give it to Jalen Hurts. I would. And then after that, I would give it to Pat Mahomes. And then after that, I'm sorry, but I would not give it to Tyreek. And y'all know, if you watch the show, you know how much I love Tyreek Hill. I've raved about Tyreek Hill all the years we've been on this show. I tell you all the time, I was going at people who was talking about he a slot receiver when he got traded. Like, what the fuck? Y'all clearly being ignorant because you don't watch games. That motherfucker is not no slot receiver. He is a I do it all receiver. He line up on the outside. I told you, I never seen a dude that's that height just go up like he a Julio Jones over people. It's crazy. His ability to track the ball, his hands and ball eye coordination. Oh my, like, you know how much I love Tyreek. I would not give him an MVP vote. If you told me to give him an MVP vote between him and Tua, I tell you Tyreek Hill is the offensive player of the year to me. Cause I really don't want to give either. I'm not giving a dude who not a quarterback an MVP vote. If I did, it would be for somebody who probably had like 15 interceptions on the season, 4 of them being pick sixes, or somebody who had like 22 sack, break the sack record. And your team got to be a top tier team. Other than that, it's a quarterback award, and rightfully so. And rightfully fucking so. Because most of the time, listen, you could tell me Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, oh, the stats. Take all three of them motherfuckers off of their team. I don't care how good the weapons is. I don't care how good the defenses is. None of them three teams had a record that they have. If you take Lamar Jackson off of the team, Jalen Hurts off the team, Pat Mahomes off the team. Point blank, period. That's why they are the three MVPs right now, in my opinion. Those are the three dudes leading MVP. And to be honest with you, I think Brock Purdy should be in the MVP conversation also. I know a lot of people. Every time I talk about Brock, bro, I have to say this because I don't want people. I really don't care that people attack me for certain things, but I am not finna have people attacking me for thinking that I'm overhyping Brock Purdy, bro. Because I understand. I do watch a lot of sports shows, so I do see how certain shows do overhype Brock Purdy. I do get it, but I watch Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy to me is a good quarterback. I don't really know. Well, would I give it to him over Dak? Yes, because he beat Dak. I don't want people to think I was leaving out Dak. But Dak wouldn't get my vote over Brock because Brock Purdy beat Dak this year. And Brock Purdy done played good. Like, I'm sorry. I know Kyle Shanahan is a crutch in people's mind to Brock Purdy. But at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan not going out there making them passes. Well, Jimmy Garoppolo did it too, Saint. Jimmy Garoppolo threw a lot of fucking interceptions, bro. The defenses wanted Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the ball. Defenses is not saying let Brock Purdy throw. Brock Purdy lighting motherfuckers up. I was going to say something. Brock Purdy is lighting motherfuckers up. So, listen, I get it. A lot of people don't like Brock Purdy. They don't believe the hype of Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy is a top 10 quarterback right now. Now, I know that's going to sound crazy to a lot of people, but if I had to give you my top 10 quarterbacks right now, to me, number one would be Pat Mahomes. Number two would be Lamar Jackson. Number three would be Jalen Hurts. Number 4 would be Joe Burrow. Number 5 would be Josh Allen. Number 6 would be, y'all gonna get mad. Number 6 would be Brock Purdy for me. Number 7 would be Dak Prescott. Number 8 would be Tua Tagovailoa. Number 9 would be what's my man's name? Justin Herbert is 10. I'm trying to remember my man's name. Fuck me. Oh my God, what's this motherfucker's name? I was finna say something. Justin Herbert is number 10. I can't remember how my man's name, and it's funny when you go blank like that. But maybe if I go back over the list, I'll remember my man's. No, I'm definitely not gonna remember my man's name if I go over the whole list again, bro. It's not gonna happen. Wait a minute. Did I just have 11 quarterbacks? So number 1 is Pat, Lamar, Hurts, Burrow, Allen. That's the top 5. The next 5 is, so 6 would be, oh, that's what I did. 6 would be Purdy, Dak, Tua, Herbert. Bruh, I'm forgetting somebody. But I can't think of who I'm forgetting. Trevor Lawrence. That's who I'm forgetting. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is 9. And then at number 10, I would have Justin Herbert. And that's my, not Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud. I'm tripping. CJ Stroud is who I would have it. What was confusing me was I was seeing Trevor Lawrence's head in my mind, but I kept saying Justin Herbert. But I knew for a fact Justin Herbert was in my top 10. But the other quarterback, I just could not get the Texans low. What made me remember it was CJ Stroud was the fact that I said Trevor Lawrence, because once I started thinking about that division, I just could not in my head, I could not say I don't know why I couldn't see or get his name. But I kept seeing his team and I could not think of the name of the team either. But yeah, for me right now, number see, I forgot the fucking name. Number 8 would be CJ Stroud. That's where I fucked up. Herbert is not in my top 10. Number 8 would be Trevor Lawrence. That's why I kept seeing his face. Number 10 for me would be CJ Stroud, because I take CJ Stroud right now over Justin Herbert. And I take Trevor Lawrence over him right now for the simple reason Trevor Lawrence beat him in the playoffs. Listen, I'm not these gaudy passing stats that Justin Herbert put up mean nothing to me. I want to see him win. I want to see him play ugly a whole game and then come to life when it mattered the most. I don't care about all them gaudy stats. I care about the one that mattered the most, that W or that L. And at the end of the day, look at CJ Stroud. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Look at what they doing for their teams. That's why I don't like that some people watch stats and they glorify stats. Because if you want to just keep glorifying stats, then yeah, sure, the best quarterback in the league is Justin Herbert. But if we want to actually watch the games and look at how quarterbacks play throughout games to get their teams a chance to win, then the top 10 quarterbacks that I just named is a top 10. Now, I think the problem that y'all gonna have with my list is the fact that Herbert ain't on it. Herbert is 11, but he ain't on it. And that Brock Purdy is number 6. And I know people gonna be like, oh, well, Herbert ain't got. Hold up. Bless him. Thank you. Now I know some people gonna be like, well, Brock Purdy don't have Herbert ain't got a Kyle Shanahan. I'm going based off of how teams is constructed, bro. I don't have time to deal with fantasies and what he do have, what he don't have. That's not how I made this ranking. Well, I guess it do got a little bit to do with this if you want to think about it. But that don't play is nowhere near. I guess you could slip Purdy on the list. Well, let's do this then. Let's do this. Let's move everybody up one. All right. And put Justin Herbert in at number 10. But what we're going to do is, for the second best quarterback in the NFL, we're going to have Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson. We're going to have both of them as the second best quarterback in the NFL. Because I actually don't like having one of them ranked above the other. Even though I'm personally a Lamar Jackson guy, and I think if you gave Lamar Jackson the weapons that Jalen Hurts got right now, that they would have won that Super Bowl last year. I could say the same thing about Joe Burrow. If you gave Lamar Jackson and what, I'm not going to keep doing that to dudes. That's why I said that don't play as heavy a role to me as what I'm seeing actually happening on the field. You can't live in fantasy land all the time. But to me, it's just so hard picking between Lamar and Jalen, because when I look at both of them play, what they do to help their teams win is damn near identical, to be honest with you. And I love them both. So let's just put them in number 2. And mind you, again, only doing this for the people who gonna bitch about Justin Herbert not being on the list. So there. I edited my list and put 2 motherfuckers at number 2 just to put Justin Herbert on the list. So you're welcome. Just remember this. 2 people at I put 2 people at 2. So that just for y'all to be y'all Justin Herbert sickos, bro. I didn't want to do it, but I did it for you. You can thank me later. You can thank me loud. Thank me now. Either way, you're welcome. Because I know people was going to bitch about that. But I feel the way I feel. I'm looking at CJ Stroud win big games, and it's his first year. Can't remember the last big game I saw. But that is neither here nor there. I appreciate y'all for joining me on another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Tell somebody you fuck with him. Tell somebody you love him. You could be anything in the world. Choose to be kind to somebody today. I fuck with y'all. I love y'all. And I truly do appreciate all the support. Like, subscribe, share. We growing. We is growing. Henry. Big dog. Henry. That dude. Y'all. We growing, fellas. We growing. Saint out.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, she know she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy. Scoop her up like I'm raking the summers. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber. You out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home. Tight.